Now that the stages are set for the divisional championships in the NFL, we can start to get our Super Bowl predictions really wrapped up here. And yes, we could really do it before too, but right now is a perfect time to do it because we just got one more game for the AFC and the NFC until we really hit the Super Bowl. So here is my take on who I think is going to win it. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the AFC Divisional Championship. The number 2 seed Bills versus the number 1 seed Kansas City Chiefs. I think this is the best matchup of the playoffs so far. And even while there still were some great games in this playoff, like the Eagles and the Rams or the Bills and the Ravens, this is the best one yet in my opinion. But I'm not going to lie to you, I'm pretty confident in my prediction. I really think that the Buffalo Bills are going to take the win, and let me explain why. First of all, the Bills have already beat the Chiefs earlier on this season. So while it will be a little bit difficult to beat them a second time, we've seen teams like the Lions beat the Vikings 3 separate times straight. So it's 100% not impossible. And because we know that they're completely capable of doing it, there's a legit possibility. And while quarterbacks are a huge asset for every single team, especially these two teams, you got the Chiefs' Patrick Mahomes, and you got Josh Allen on the Buffalo Bills. On the right, you see Josh Allen, and on the left, you see Patrick Mahomes. These are all of their stats in total. I don't usually like to look at the fantasy points, but dang, that's a lot of outnumbering from Josh Allen. He has 379.04, while Patrick Mahomes only has 283.02. Yes, I drafted Patrick Mahomes, but we don't talk about that. Passing yards, yes, Mahomes does beat Josh Allen on this one with 3,928 compared to Josh Allen's 3,731. But if you look at passing touchdowns, Josh Allen has thrown 28, while Mahomes only 26. And then the interception radius is a lot bigger here. Josh Allen, only 6. Patrick Mahomes, 11 interceptions. And now if you take a look at this, the rushing yards, these are all the rushing stats at the bottom. 531 rushing yards for Josh Allen. He's a very big scrambling runner. We already knew that. But Patrick Mahomes is a little bit, but he doesn't really like to scramble too much, so he only has 307. That being said, Josh Allen also has 12 rushing touchdowns as opposed to Patrick Mahomes' 2. And of course, Josh Allen is going to fumble more because he runs more, so he has 5 fumbles compared to Patrick Mahomes' 2. But overall, we can see that Josh Allen beats him in pretty much most categories. Plus, the Chiefs have Travis Kelce, which don't get me wrong is great, but he's kind of underperformed this year, and so is Patrick Mahomes, as we do see with the fantasy points. Like I said, I don't like to look at those a lot, but that's a wide margin there. Then you look at the Bills, and they have Khalil Shakir and Amari Cooper, and I honestly think that those guys have been performing great this year, especially Khalil Shakir. So I think the Bills' offense is way better than the Chiefs this year, so I think on the offensive side, they're definitely going to win this game. And as far as the offensive line positions go, the Bills are also winning that. Buffalo has the number 4 offensive line this season, while the Chiefs have the number 5. As far as the defensive side of things go, the Bills have 16 interceptions and 16 fumbles recovered, while the Chiefs only have 13 interceptions and 7 fumbles recovered. That's a significant enough of a difference for the Bills to also win the defensive side of things. So I think with all that being said, you guys can completely understand where this is going. I'm giving the Bills the W 31-24. I think that they're going to get a couple defensive turnovers that the Chiefs don't get, and that's going to help them capitalize and win this game. And for the NFC Championship now, we have the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now this is another tough one that I thought about, but after a lot of research and digging into it, I've got an answer for you, and here's what I got. I'm going to try to sum this one up because I think it's pretty self-explanatory. The Commanders have a rookie quarterback. And yes, he's incredible this season. I talked about it on the podcast, so did my partner Max, and we both said that he could possibly be a top 5 quarterback already in his career so early on as a rookie. But again, there's the word rookie. He's so new. He hasn't really had any playoff experience in the NFL. And he's done a great job, but we don't know what he can do from there. Although Jaden Daniels does have a 69% completion rate, and Jalen Hurts only has a 67% completion rate. So I could definitely see how I could be proven wrong there. And quite frankly, I kind of hope that he does prove me wrong. I'd love to see the first ever rookie quarterback win a Super Bowl this season, but I just don't think that that's going to happen. And the passing yards and rushing yards are also a very important part of the offense. The Commanders have 3,932 passing yards, while the Eagles only have 3,517 passing yards. Thanks to Jaden Daniels, yes, they are winning that. But then you look at the rushing yards, and it's just not even close. The Commanders have 2,619, and the Eagles have 3,048. And all of that is pretty much thanks to Saquon Barkley. He's been popping off this year. So obviously that means the passing game for the Commanders is a lot better, but the rushing game for the Eagles is a lot better. So in the end, I do think on paper the Commanders' offense looks better. However, I just think that the offense will come down to experience in general. And when you really look at it, a rookie quarterback with no playoff experience versus a quarterback that went into the 2022 Super Bowl with the same team and still has chemistry with them, plus a running back weapon. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Eagles offense on this one. Now, the defensive stats is really what's going to make the difference in this game, in my opinion. For interceptions, the Eagles have 13 and the Commanders only have 7. For sacks, it's pretty even. This won't make much of a difference. The Eagles have 41 and the Commanders have 43. So, Commanders lead by 2 in sacks, but interceptions are generally more bigger, especially when there's not a fumble on the play. So the Eagles have 13 and Commanders with 7. Yeah, no, I think the Eagles are winning that one for sure. And then as far as fumbles recovered go, the Eagles have 13 and the Commanders have 10. So you can see that there's a pretty big difference there. I think the Eagles offense will win the game and the Eagles defense will make an even bigger difference. And for that reason, here's my official score. The Eagles will beat the Commanders 28-14 and move on to the Super Bowl against the Bills. So that means my final Super Bowl matchup, AFC is Bills, NFC is Eagles. Who will win this matchup? And because I already broke down both teams in complete detail, I'm just going to cut straight to the point and give the W right now. The Super Bowl champion this year will be the Bills, 34-31. Two great offenses, two great defenses, but in the long run, I really just think that the Bills are going to fall in and win this one completely this year. And I'm excited to see that happen because I stand true to this prediction. Josh Allen deserves a ring, and I really think he's going to go after it. So with all that being said, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope that you guys all enjoyed, but I'd love to hear, do you guys agree with me? Leave your comment on this year's Super Bowl take, and do you think I was right or wrong? I don't know, I want to hear it. And be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.